Has Elibiari's status on Homeland Security Advisory Council changed?
No.
It did not bother you that he accessed information?
He accessed some information. What bothers me, quite frankly, are the allegations that are made against anyone who happens to be Muslim.
Well, the allegations are not because he is Muslim. You follow me around the world, you see me hugging Muslims around the world because the ones I hug are our friends. And this administration seems to have a hard time recognizing members of terrorist groups who are allowed into the White House. You're aware of that happening, aren't you?
Absolutely not.
So, all right, the evidence speaks for itself. Obviously, you're kept in the dark on a lot of these things. Are you aware of what the Freedom and Justice Party is in Egypt?
Representative,
are you aware of what the Freedom and Justice Party is in Egypt?
Mr. Chairman, could we have...
It's a simple question. It doesn't afford an interruption. Is she aware of what the Freedom and Justice Party is in Egypt?
Would the Secretary respond to the question?
Yes.
Are you aware that Mr. Elibiari's foundation that has now had their charter pulled because they have failed to provide the information that the government requires to keep their 501c3 status? Are you aware that that was, before the 501c3 status was pulled, called the Freedom and Justice Foundation?
Representative, I'm not going to get into a debate about some of this.
I'm asking you if you know simple facts.
I would like to say...
You say you're not going to get into debate. I don't want to debate. This is a question and answer. Are you aware of that being the name of his foundation that has now had the 501c3 status pulled?
The insinuation that
Can you answer the question? There's no insinuation.
Chairman,
the gentleman's
can we have regular order?
I will allow the witness to answer the question, yes.
Please, answer just the question.
Representative, with all respect, I believe you are insinuating that I and members of my staff...
I am not insinuating anything. I'm asking a direct question.
Well, Mr. Chairman...
You're not answering the question. The question is very simple.
Let me say to
Were
the
you
gentleman
aware of his Freedom and Justice Foundation?
Let me say to the gentleman from Texas, I don't think he's going to get a different answer.
Well, then I would ask the assistance of the chairman to direct the witness to answer the question as asked. It's very simple. It's yes or no. Was she aware or was she not?
We will give the witness an opportunity to give a final answer, yes.
Mr. Chairman, I would just like to say for this committee, which has a
That does not sound like a yes. It's non-responsive.
Mr. Chairman, regular order.
It should not be given on my time
Madam Secretary,
to an answer that is non-responsive.
Okay, the answer may be non-responsive. Madam Secretary, do you have anything to add?
Mr. Chairman, I didn't know this was a court with rules of evidence. I was hoping I could explain my answer.
Do you want to proceed to do just that?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, my question was a yes or no
Mr. Chairman,
question.
regular order.
Anything but a yes or no answer
we will allow the witness to answer the question.
And the reason there are rules of evidence is so witnesses just don't go off on a lark.
Mr. Chairman, can we have regular order?
The gentleman's time has expired. Does the witness have anything to add?
Yes. This committee has a long and proud tradition. These kinds of insinuations demean the committee. The insinuation that I or my staff would allow someone who is a terrorist to infiltrate...
I have not insinuated that Elibiari is a terrorist. He's a very nice gentleman.
Let me say to the
I've met him a
from,
couple of times. He's
let me
a
say
nice
to the
guy. There's no such insinuation
we'll have
that
regular
the
order.
Secretary of Homeland Security would come in here and make such an allegation that's unfounded.
Can we have regular order?
Right.
Committee will be in order. I understand the frustrations of the gentleman from Texas, but I don't believe he is going to get a different answer, and the gentleman's time has expired.
But he's out of order, too.
The gentleman from Texas,